Imagine laying in a hospital bed severely sick with no known treatment for your condition. You can continue to suffer or agree to an experimental treatment with no clear results. That's the idea behind compassionate use drugs, the use of new unapproved drugs to treat seriously ill patients outside of clinical trials, when no other treatments are available. Remdesivir is one of those drugs being used now to treat COVID-19. The effectiveness, risks, and side effects of compassionate use drugs may not yet be known, and they have not been approved by the Food and Drug Administration. Unlike standard drugs, they may be used on patients at any stage of its clinical development. Compassionate drug use has been used to treat HIV, cancer, and more recently COVID-19. Using these drugs is legal, but with tight restrictions. Patients who qualify must have serious or immediately life-threatening conditions. There must be no treatment available. They must be ineligible for clinical trials, and a doctor must agree and believe the benefits outweigh the risks. Drug companies who want to administer the drug must get approval by the FDA. Remdesivir, produced by Gilead, is available for compassionate use on individuals fighting coronavirus. The drug is believed to inhibit viral replication. Hydroxychloroquine and chloroquine have also been tested to treat certain cases of coronavirus under an emergency use authorization. Unlike remdesivir, these drugs have been approved by the FDA for other uses. They just haven't been certified as an approved treatment for COVID-19. Because of this, some studies can have deadly results. A study in Brazil was halted early for safety reasons after coronavirus patients taking a high dose of chloroquine developed irregular heart rates. By the 6th day of treatment, 11 patients had died. The US FDA says it's committed to collecting data from compassionate use trials to ensure the products are safe and effective for use by the American public. Here's one more thing you need to know about compassionate drug use.
Thalidomide was a drug that was started to go into use in the late 50s. It was a sedative given to help pregnant women to control nausea, but then it turned out to cause birth defects. Thousands and thousands of children were born with horrific birth defects because of that. Internationally, it kind of sparked a lot of movements around making sure that drugs were not just effective, but safe, and testing them way in advance and testing them a lot. Since the 90s, there's been a lot of push, especially from activist patient groups. AIDS activists said, we're dying. There are people who are working on drugs and you're telling us that the drug development process and testing takes years. We don't have years. Let us try these now. And so out of that experience grew a much more rigorous, compassionate use system that the FDA now has in place. You have to go into it really clear-eyed. You have to realize this may or may not work. The reason that this hasn't been approved yet by the FDA is because we don't know yet if it works and if it's safe. It's human nature to think I am going to be the exception. The drug they're giving me is going to be the one that fixes this. In movies, it's always like the million and one try is the one that works. They never show you the 999,000 other people who it didn't work for. So people just need to go in clear-eyed, and they also need to understand that this is all gathering data so that a month from now we can hopefully say, yeah, remdesivir really works, or wow, it didn't work as well as we had hoped.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video, check out these other videos from USA Today to stay up to date with all the latest news.